Oh, let's get to another Thriving Artist Art Life short. Today is March 31st. Is the last day of March, I believe, and is the year Start Now 2020. Today, right now, right after you finish watching this video, take a look at what you want to achieve in your art career and take that next step, or finish the step that you're on. Or if you haven't started, go ahead and take that first step, because right now, this is the year to make it happen. And I thought of this idea of Start Now 2020 late last year, so it just happens to be with the things that are going on in the world that we have a little bit of extra time to invest in ourselves. So start now. Invest this time. Put this time to good use. Today I want to talk about one of the 4 steps of the art life. That's what I'm going to call it for now. 4 steps of the art life. And there's a lot of details that go into these 4 steps. And they are vision, goals, planning, and calendar. Somebody said schedule in one of my as a response in one of my posts, but calendar sounds good to me, so I'm gonna keep it calendar. In any case, today I want to talk about planning. All right, so we already talked about vision, right? You have a big vision for how you want your art life to go and to live in your basic everyday life, or the achievement, or what the definition of success is. That's the vision. Next are the goals. What are the goals that you need to hit to achieve that vision? And so go back and watch the videos, because I don't want to keep repeating myself. So today we're going to talk about planning. Now that you have a list of goals, so some of the goals, and I gave a couple examples, right? Football players in the football field, running a marathon, and then trying to find a way to make those examples fit with the art life. All right, so the football player, the vision is the walking through the end zone with the football. The goals is to train, and get better at their position so they can get the ball and make that touchdown. But that vision includes like a dance, right? So the goals are 2 things. One is the skills necessary to win in the football field, and 2, practicing that dance that you're gonna do in the end zone. So when you take those examples, now you plan. Well, if you're a good dancer, great. If you know how to dance, awesome. But if you're not that limber into those kind of moves, which of course you're an athlete, so you kind of have some skills of some kind, or rhythm, right? Rhythm is something else. So then those are the plans. I gotta get my rhythm right. I gotta find the dance that I like. I gotta train with my other players who are gonna run up to the end zone with me and do the dance. So now you gotta plan those things. That's how this series goes. Vision, goals, planning, and we'll talk about calendar the next time in the next video. So those are the plans. Now we got to plan and strategize, right? So now you got to think about what's it going to take to achieve those goals so that you're ready for that moment that you can achieve your vision. If you're running a marathon, same thing, all right? We already talked about understanding where the end zone is and what's the move you're going to do. You're going to raise your hands, and I like raising my hands just because it has a cool look, right? And I haven't won a lot of things in life, but when I raise my hands. I don't care. Like, woo, it'll be in the office, it'll be at a hackathon. I win something, I raise my hands like, yes, that's right. Like I'm Rocky. Yeah. So you got to have a vision for yourself. Like, what's that moment looks like? And so running through the end zone, raise your hands. Like, yes, right. You achieve something. And so knowing where the goal is, where the marathon ends, and what you're gonna do when you get there, that's your vision. Then the goals are, well, I need to be able to run at a particular pace for a particular amount of distance. And so you set a series of goals. For next month, I want to be able to achieve this much running. The month after that, I want to be able to achieve this much running. The month of the actual marathon, I want to be able to achieve a certain particular amount of running at a particular time. So you have a list of goals, right? So now you have to plan. Well, how do I plan for that? Well, I need to be able to look at my neighborhood, look at my gym membership, look at the gear that I have, look at my diet, look at my sleeping patterns, look at how I can best achieve the most healthiest, most output performing that my body can do. See, those are the plans. That's how you start planning. All right. So now, an artist. How does that work for an artist? Well, an artist, and I gave my example of my warehouse, and right now it's an office. And it's always adjusting and changing the visions that we have. And so before I had the warehouse, I was working at home on a kitchen table. After a while, I had a desk, and I was still at home with we had children, we had things happening all the time, so it was not easy to just leave things sitting out. We got to clean up, put things away. Eventually I got my warehouse. I was very happy with the space that I have, and now I have an office with a whole bunch of stuff that allows me to be creative constantly all the time. That makes me really happy. Those are my visions. But when I got the warehouse, when I was thinking about the warehouse and thinking about what I wanted, how I wanted it, why I even want it, is the planning. Well, I got a plan on having type of money to pay rent at two different places, that is at home and the warehouse. Had to have clients that help me, that pay me enough money to support those two things. Had to have the portfolio that brings in those clients, right? Those are the goals. And so now I have to plan. Well, I need to plan the first step before I can even get those clients or talk to those clients. I need to know how to talk. I need to know how to charge. I need to have a portfolio that speaks for me. I need to stop selling myself and pitching myself, saying, no, I'm the guy you want, and I'll do it cheaper than the other guy. You got to stop all that. It's like, wait a minute, that's not how we talk. That's not what we say. And that's not the mental strength that we come from. That's not the leverage that we need. We need to have the portfolio. And so you start thinking about all the things that have to be working at the same time, and that's the plan. I need to have the portfolio that's attracting the customers. I need to do enough live streaming that attracts the customers, that builds my audience, that has other people sharing my story and saying, Dan is the guy you want. I need to have hardcore, amazing projects in my portfolio and share the process all the time so that folks know that I am a professional who can produce on time and be reliable, and I deserve to get paid the price that I want. Those are the plans that now have to be set into motion. I have to have a list of these plans, of this strategy that I'm going to take, and the priority in which these plans are going to take, so that the list builds on itself and it gets me to achieving my goals, that then allows me to step into my vision. So that's where the plans are. We have to plan things out. There's lots of ideas. There's lots of things out there. And that's why we need to know where the end goal is, right? What's the vision? Because there's lots of plans. There's lots of processes. There's lots of ways of achieving success. But if we don't have an idea of where our vision is at and the goals that we need to achieve, then the planning, it'll be different every day. This day will be one plan, next week another plan. Then you listen to Gary Vee, you get another plan. You listen to Chris Lowe, another plan. Roberto Blank, another plan, and all these other gurus that are in the internet. Oh my God, that's a better plan than I thought of. That this is not going to work, and so we do not see the results of these plans because we don't stay on that plan all the way to the end where we achieve those goals and hit the vision. We need to know what we have coming up, what we're looking towards, why we're planning what we're planning. And then that'll also cut down on all the people saying, you know what you should do? You should do this, you should do that. It's like, wait a minute, I have a plan. I don't need all the extra noise. This is Delta Tango Mike. I'm going to come back to you with another step of the art life tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. Find me, Delta Tango Mike, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. I have to keep looking at the time. The Creative Genius on LinkedIn and Behance. And more of these videos at Art is King on YouTube, and more demos and tutorials at Vector Maestros on YouTube. Please send me your questions. I want to start answering some questions and following up with some of the artists who have an idea what they want, have an idea what they're looking for, and I need just a little bit of extra information to make it happen. DTM@artistking.org. Talk to you later.